Hello, good morning, dear students. Welcome to KLS Gupte PU College of Commerce and Science, Belagavi. Myself, Professor S.B. Vendigiri, Department of Economics, taking online classes for PUC first year commerce students. Dear students, in the last class, we have discussed about the most important topic of the fourth unit of statistics for economics, that is presentation of data. Pie diagram, pie chart with the help of meaning calculation and diagram as well, we have understood in the last class. Now in today's video lecture, let us understand the continued part of the same topic, that is frequency diagram as well as histogram. Okay, in frequency diagram, data in the form of grouped frequency distribution are generally represented by frequency diagram. Okay, whatever grouped frequency means, a number of different frequencies are there in a particular activity. Those frequencies are represented by frequency diagram. Now coming to the histogram. Histogram is nothing but it is a two-dimensional diagram. It is a set of rectangles with base as class intervals. Okay, in horizontal OX axis we are going to mention the class intervals, and in the OY axis we are going to, for example, mention the number of observations. Okay, hope you understood. Here histogram is nothing but it is more similar to the bar diagrams as well as multiple bar diagrams. But one small differentiation is there in case of histogram and the bar diagrams is, in the bar diagram there is a gap in between two different rectangles, but in histogram there is no gap space left between two rectangles. This is the most important differentiation between bar diagram and histogram. Okay, look at the aspects of the histogram. It is never drawn for a discrete variable. Discrete variable in the sense, I think in the previous classes I have explained systematically the discrete variable. Discrete variable take into account only the infinite values. It has the infinite jumps between number of different values. It takes only selected values, but histogram is not related to the selected values of a particular activity. It takes all continuous values, and the class is first converted as continuous value variable. If the data is collected in discrete variable form, for histogram calculation you have to first convert all the data, discrete variable data, into continuous variable. Now, as I said in the beginning, no space left between two rectangles in case of histogram. And histogram gives us the mode value of a particular activity. Okay, this is about the introduction part of the histogram. Now look at the calculation of histogram. In this calculation part, we have to make four columns. In the first column we have to mention the frequencies, in the first column we have to mention the class limit, class interval, and in the second column number of observations, that is frequencies, as a number of wage earners, and in the third column cumulative less than, in the last column frequency more than. Okay, look at the calculation. The first class interval is 45 to 49. Between 45 to 49 daily earning, there are two workers, two observations are there, and 50 to 54 3 are there, 55 to 59 5 are there, 60 to 64 3 are there, 65 to 69 6 are there, 70 to 74 7 are there, 75 to 79 12 are there, and in the modified class, middle class, midpoint, that is missing in that table, 80 to 84. In that 80 to 84 class interval, maximum frequency observations are there, that is 13 wage earners are there between 80 to 84. That class limit is missing, I said. And 85 to 89 9 are there, 90 to 94 7 are there, 95 to 99 6 are there, 100 to 104 4 are there, 105 to 109 2 are there, 110 to 114 3 are there, 115 to 119 3 are there. Here the maximum frequency means observation is 13, that fall in between in the class interval of 80 to 84. The total number of observations in the entire community are 85. Okay, 85 observations are there. Now coming to the next column, that is cumulative less than. We have to find out cumulative less than as well as frequency more than for calculation of histogram. How to find out cumulative less than? In the beginning, in the first column 45 to 49, we have to take the minimum observation, minimum frequency, that is 2. Okay, and in the last column, that is 115 to 119, that is total number of frequencies in that entire community. Okay, so cumulative less than is in ascending order. Okay, look at that calculation. In the cumulative less than, first figure is 2. So 2 plus 3, which is there in the second column between 59 to 64, 50 to 54, sorry, 50 to 54, 3 are there. So 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, 5 plus 5 is equal to 10, 10 plus 3 is equal to 13, 13 plus 6 is equal to 19, 19 plus 7 is equal to 26, 26 plus 12 is equal to 38, 38 plus 13 is equal to 51, 15 plus 9 is equal to 60, so on. Okay, up to the total number of frequencies we have to calculate the cumulative less than. Look at the frequency more than. Frequency more than is floating in descending order. Okay, first we have to take the total number of observations in the entire community, that is 85. Okay, look at the second column. You just look at the last column as well as second column. Okay, 85 minus 2, which is there in the second column, first observation, first frequency of the second column, that is 2. 85 minus 2 is equal to 83. 83 minus 3, again come to the second column and last column. 83 is there in the last column and 3 is there in the second column. 83 minus 3 is equal to 80. 80 minus 5 is equal to 75. 75 minus 3 is equal to 72. 72 minus 6 is equal to 66. Like that, continuously we have to deduct the total number of observations in all different class limits by the total value which is given in the frequency more than column. Okay, so at the end we are getting 3, for example. 3 is the minimum frequency more than and maximum frequency more than is 85. So we have to make and find out cumulative less than as well as frequency more than before going to calculation of histogram. You must have understood about this particular part. So modified class interval can be find out with the help of mid value. Okay, hope you understood, that is 80 to 84. With the help of that only you are going to calculate histogram. Now coming to the calculation part. To calculate histogram, we have to have this particular equation, z is equal to I plus into bracket f minus f1 bracket complete into c divided by 2f minus f1 minus f2 total equation into bracket. Okay, here we have to understand the representations of all the characters. Okay, here I stands for, L stands for lower limit of the modal class. Modal class means modified class, which is there in the table chart, that is modified class, which I said missing, that is 80 to 84. Okay, lower limit of the modal class. F means frequency of the modal class, total number of observations in that modal class. C means width of the modal class, means upper limit minus lower limit of the modal class, that is called as width. And F1 is known as frequency of the class preceding the modal class, frequency which lies before the modal class, that is called as F1. And F2 is nothing but frequency of the class succeeding the modal class, the frequency which lies after the modified class. Okay, so here frequency of the class preceding is suppose for example 12, and frequency distribution of the succeeding the modal class is for example, that is 9. Okay, preceding frequency is 12, succeeding frequency is 9. Hope you understood. So these things you have to understand for the calculation of histogram. Okay, now look at the calculation. Again, I have mentioned the same equation. Z is equal to Im plus f into bracket f minus f1 into c divided by 2f minus f1 minus f2. Look at the calculation. Z is the result of that particular histogram. 80 means what? I is equal to 80. Why it is 80? No, lower limit of the modal class. Look at this. Lower limit of the modal class means modified class is 80, which I have not mentioned there. Lower limit of the modal class is 80. Upper limit of the modal class is 84. Okay, here it is 80. And f means what? Okay, in the bracket f is there. F is nothing but frequency of the modal class. Okay, frequency 13 is there. Total number of observations in the table. Look at that, 13 observations are there. And f1, look at the f1. What is f1? F1 is called as frequency of the class preceding the modal class. Okay, the frequency which is lies before the modal class, that is 12, for example. Okay, f is frequency, f1 is class preceding before the modal class, that is 12. Okay, into 4 means what? That is width of the modal class. Look at the width here. Sorry for that matter, I have not mentioned that class interval here, 80 to 84. Understand, make it 80 to 84 in the modified class. So 84 is upper class limit and 80 is lower class limit. 84 minus 80 is equal to 4, for example. That 4 is here into 4c is divided by 2 into 13. 2f I said. F means maximum frequencies. Total number of frequencies in that modified class is 13. 2 means multiplication of that frequencies. Okay, 2 into 13 minus 12. F1 is, what is F1? Look at the F1 again. F1 is frequency of the class preceding the modal class. Okay, and here that is 12, and F2 is the frequency of the class succeeding the modal class is 9. Okay, so here 80 plus 13 minus 12 is how much? 1. 1 into 4 is equal to 4. Okay, divided by 2 into 13 is 26. Okay, 26 minus 12 is how much? 14. 14 minus 9 is equal to 5. Okay, so 80 plus 4 upon 5 is equal to 0.8. Answer will be 0.8. And 80, so 4.5, 4 upon 5 is equal to 0.8. So 80 plus 0.8 is equal to 80.8. 80.8 is the mode, for example, modal class of the histogram calculation. Okay, so I hope you understood. 4 divided by 5 is 0.8. So 80 plus 0.8 is equal to 80.8. Okay, look at the diagram. You are able to understand here. So here the highest rectangle is 13. You know why it is 13? Maximum observations are 13 in that class, 80 to 84. Okay, and in that when we join the two ends of the maximum frequency, we will get the exact dotted line in that. The dotted line says that mode, that is 80.8, that must be 80.8. They have written 80.6. According to the calculation, it must be 80.8. So this is the way of calculation of histogram. Hope you understood, my dear students. This is about today's class. The remaining part of the same topic we shall discuss in the next class. Thank you very much.